네가 바란 대로 나는 될 거야 랩스토어 Working for bills 더 늘어나는 팀 네가 싫어하던 게 늘어나 Living one life better life 또 따라오는 사랑은 나 thanks to the God 한 개만은 또 넘어지면 다시 일어나서 세상에 충지를 박
I spent much of today working on 3 different styrofoams. These are pulled pork sandwiches that my dad cut up. That his mother made. And it's pretty good. My finger is doing better. These are the Sharpie markers I used to make the 3 different styrofoam drawings today. I showed them to Dad and he liked them. Ooh, 3 skill points. 3 knowledge points. Oh, that's pretty good. They must have come from that Goddess of Wishes statue. Doesn't seem like any of my trade deal offers have been accepted yet, so I still don't have the marble I need to ultimately build the mountain halls, which I was planning on building around here. This is where I'm at currently on the research. I just recently did some more work on the 99 Dan Hamming. 2 of the styrofoams I worked on ended up being styrofoams that I decided to make into prop characters. And as I made them all today, I sort of had to race the sun, in my opinion. Race the clock before the sun started setting in such a way that it affected the lighting. Excuse me. The first styrofoam was technically the most difficult because it was of a styrofoam food container, I believe, which along with having openings to contend with, if you don't color them as well, there'll be gaps of white. Blank styrofoam without any Sharpie marker. I really like this new main hall look. Not only that, but that food tray seems to be made of a different kind of styrofoam. Which makes it slightly harder to mark the styrofoam with Sharpie markers, and significantly easier to bleed it off with your hands. So I kept having to as I got closer to finishing that styrofoam drawing, to reapply the styrofoam. Reapply the Sharpie coloring at points. If I recall correctly, I finished the first styrofoam at 9ish in the morning, and then the second at somewhere between 3 and 3:30 p.m. And the third one at 5:45 p.m. Doesn't seem very likely to me that I'll work on our fourth one today. The team at Elvinar recently released a new chapter called Team Spirit, but I'm nowhere near that point yet. I've got over 1,000 population now, in spite of the new main hall upgrades. I, at the moment, don't have that many spell fragments. Still waiting for a new Spire of Eternity, and excuse me, the last tournament pretty much just ended. The work I just did on the 99th day having pretty much consisted of I took a picture of the last 2 styrofoams I completed, one of which is right over here, piled on top in front. Took a picture of them over here, like I usually do. And then after renaming pictures into the engraving time, through my phone, the sharing function on the gallery app, emailed those pictures to myself. And then once I got the messages, I downloaded the pictures and then simple cropped them on Lunapic. I went on Beyond Studio and then imported them onto Beyond Studio. After downloading the edited pictures cropped off of Lunapic. I believe somewhere between at around 6:45, Dad made me a bagel with cream cheese along with coffee to go with it. Then at around 9 in the morning, I made the can of Progresso Italian white soup. And then around noon, I microwaved on plastic lid that was similar to the one I used to cover the bowl of Progresso Italian wedding soup. I microwaved my leftover Wendy's fish burger, crispy Planko fish burger, and then the chicken jalapeno popper sandwich for 45 seconds, 15 seconds, and then 15 seconds again before I felt they were warm enough. And I mean the actual insides of the sandwiches, not just the buns. It was also around that time I saw that Dad had a bag of cookies that he most likely got from his mom. In fact, I decided not to eat any of them. I actually first noticed them at that that 9 in the morning time when I made the Italian wedding soup. Put it into a plastic bowl that I covered with a plastic lid, similar to what I microwaved the unwrapped burgers on, because those sandwiches are wrapped with an aluminum foil wrap that if you microwave, it'll cause a fire or could potentially cause an explosion in the microwave, which is why they have those do not microwave warnings right on the wrapping for those sandwiches. So these are the cookies that Dad got from his mother, along with a bit of ice cream. As well as some of this splash water that I believe is left over from when I had the Wendy's sandwiches, when I microwaved them. It seems my trade offer of offering steel in exchange for marble was accepted, so I was able to start construction on the Mountain Hall's Ancient Wonder, which will ultimately bring a boost to the production of all my goods manufactories within my city in Elvenar. I did some work on the 99th Dan Hamming. This involved some editing in Camtasia 2019, which ultimately involved my registered Bandicam. As well as some work within Rapper offline. I'm just trying to keep the disguised Dan Hamming, his scale consistent within all the different shots. And now I'm going to do some work on the latest raw video file within Beyond Studio for the 99th Dan Hamming, specifically expanding on starting to work out on fleshing out the scene of a conversation that's primarily going to be between Officer Bobby and Dan Hamming.